Welcome to the Soul Happy Success Show, where we're talking all about how to overcome your low self worth with being confident, specifically around your niche. I know 3 things. We're going to dive in super, super fast. And we're talking confidence specifically around niche today because this is something that I'm a cuss fucks everyone up. It really does. Whenever I have new clients that are starting out in the coaching space, who am I speaking to is the biggest source of drama, of trauma, and of stress. And I wanted to give you the fundamentals of confidence behind making this decision because that's typically what's lacking. Once you have this, then you can crack your niche, no problem. No problem. So, I want to start with a little overview because I started out coaching in careers coaching. I did that it was my full time job. I worked for a government organization and I had a lot of fun doing it, but my passion wasn't necessarily in careers. So I tried a lot of different things. I then went into network marketing. I did blogging for female entrepreneurs. I went into yoga. I did yoga instructing. I went into life coaching, relationship coaching, sales coaching, then life and business, which is what you know me as today. And now I'm really firmly placed in a niche, and it's in supporting women who want to become coaches, overcome their imposter syndrome without having the qualification, because it is a complete fact that you do not need a qualification to be a coach. And I've counted every niche that I've tried in the past few years, and I came up with, 15. Confidence coaching, interestingly, was one of them. So you're getting a lot of that today. But most people don't have the confidence to try. And that's what we're diving deep on today. Because what is confidence really? Because we all have an idea of what confidence means to us. This comes from theory of mind. It comes from we all have a different understanding of what words mean. So in Coach Rebecca speak, confidence is how fast you can get back up. And my clients will be all over this because it's likely my most asked question is how can we get back up faster next time? How do we cut down that reaction time? Because confidence is truly the ability to trust yourself enough that the outcome doesn't matter. You trust yourself enough that something great will come from it. So, my question to you is, can you trust yourself enough to try? And we're going to get into 3 hacks today to do just that. So, hack number 1 is the 72-hour biology hack. So much of what we're experiencing right now is a result of the last 72 hours. So that means if you spent time with people who don't believe in you, you're going to find it really hard to believe in yourself today. If you didn't sleep well over the past 3 nights, you're going to feel less motivated to do anything today, whether it is business or your workout, my darling. It is emotional as well as it is biological, right? So think of it like this. It's like the hangover effect of the last 3 days. And it will affect your motivation, it will affect your productivity, and it will affect your progress. So, if you want to feel confident today, you have to take stock on where the last 3 days have landed you. Maybe you have had a really hard 3 days. Maybe they've been the best 3 days ever. Maybe you went to an event, you're lit up. Are you ever confused why after you go to an event, you just want to do more? It's because there's so much energy and you intake that. And especially if those events are 3 days or more, you take that energy home with you. You're like, I've just had the best time. I connected with people. I probably hugged some people or high five some people if you go to the kind of events that I go to. You've had the best time, you've connected, you've learned something from incredible speakers. And from there, you have all of this excitement and energy and confidence to take that next step. And you start telling yourself, hey, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can, because you've listened to people that believe in you. So you have to take stock on what were my last 3 days like? And then we're going to introduce hack 2, which is the power of trying new things. Because if the last 3 days, if you didn't have the greatest experience in the last 3 days, if life was just, life, oh, then maybe you're feeling like, oh, I'm a little stuck. This is hard. The power of trying new things is hack number 2. How can you build your confidence? You can exercise it like a muscle. And the way to do that is to try new things. It's like low level exposure therapy. It is going to try the new gym class where you have no idea what to expect. I went to a Les Mills class one time, and this is not an ad and not derogatory. I had no idea what I was walking into, and I was so confused, but also surprised. So there was like lots of interesting things that came out of that. I had no idea what to expect. I just went in. And I figured it out. I imagine that it'll be like that. My first Soul Cycle class, I'm like dying to go to a Soul Cycle class because I just think it's going to be like the most high vibe. But I'm going to try it because I like to try new things, not because I like that much variety. I actually typically don't like that much variety. I like certainty. I like staying in my house. I like reading books that I know are going to have a happy ending, or watching a movie that I know is going to have a happy ending. If they have a sad ending, I am just like, that's my 72-hour biology coming in. If I watch a sad movie, I am sad for days. So I like to make sure that things are as certain as they can be. And I push myself constantly, and I tell myself all the good things like, oh, Soul Cycle class is going to be amazing. I hate bikes. Like, I hate them. Like, I remember my dad was huge into biking for a long time. And we go to classes with him, and I just had the worst time, But I'm talking myself up about this Soul Cycle class that I want to go to, so that when I go, I'm super excited about it. I want to be there. I'm going to get the most juice from that environment that I can, and I'm going to try something new, and that's going to build on my confidence muscle because I know how all of this works now. I know how it all filters in, and how having confidence to try new things will then give you the confidence to make new decisions. So maybe it is something like trying a Soul Cycle class, not an ad again. I've never done it. Maybe it's 100% business focused. Maybe you're at that point where you're 100% business focused all the time and you don't want to be told to go to a Soul Cycle class. I totally get it. Maybe that could be posting on social media if you don't already. Maybe it can be trying a new type of content. Maybe it can be learning a reach out method and using that. So there's lots of things that you can do that are business related too, but trying the new things, that's what gives you the confidence that you can trust yourself no matter what. And that's what you want to build on, is that when you try something new, it's all going to work out okay. Maybe you'll have a fun story to tell at the end of it, That's what you want to build on. And that brings us into hack number 3, because should you not do this, should you not make a commitment to trying new things, it's almost like, how often have you started something like a diet? It's typically where people go. Or maybe it's something for your business, like you're going to post every day and you've not followed through. So you're like, oh, that sounds like a good idea, Rebecca. I'll try something new. But you don't actually put it in a schedule. You don't try it. And what that does is that it erodes your confidence over time. When you say you'll do something to yourself, when you make a commitment to yourself, you're going to do something and you don't do it. So small commitments. It's about making small commitments, whether it is, eat an apple a day to keep the doctor away. I don't know if that's factually correct. It's probably not. It could be creating content every day, and that could be a myriad of stories and posts or YouTube or podcasts. It doesn't have to be the exact same thing so that you get bored and mind numbed. It could be connecting with one person a day, whether it is business related or maybe it's a friend. Maybe you need some more friends in your life. Maybe you need some more family connections, deeper relationships. Maybe it's visualizing once a day. And I'm always talking about visualizing, and I have a whole training coming up for you on visualization. So stay in tune with the show. And maybe it is just to show up when these come out. Maybe it's just, I'm going to show up every Tuesday when Rebecca makes a new video. because I'm getting value here. So maybe it's just one little commitment that you can show yourself and you can build on your confidence because it's there. It's there. You just need to build on it. It's like a little baby muscle. We need to build on it, right? And these decisions, these little things that you do each day, they start to build and they build and they build. And that's when you can make the confident decision in this is going to be my niche and I'm going to try it. And hey, I'm not even going to say it's going to work right away. It maybe won't. Maybe you'll be like me and it takes 15, it took 14 niches for me to actually get some level of success and like hit that 10K in my business, Well, it wasn't 14, it's probably 13 because I hit that with a sales program. So that was probably 13 because then I went into life and business and continued to have success. And now here we are doing imposter syndrome. So you might not get it right the first time, or the first 13 times, or the first freaking 100 times. What did they say about the light bulb? They got it wrong 99 times, but on the 100th, they got it right. I believe that was the light bulb. This is not accurate. It just popped into my brain. So please do your research and check. But it's these little things cumulatively over time that allow us to make these bigger decisions because the confidence muscle isn't a baby muscle anymore. You're there checking in on how you feel, how you are feeling as a result of the last 72 hours. You're there trying new things and pushing yourself out your comfort zone, that low-level exposure therapy, and you're there building on your word. That's what we explored today. And I hope that was helpful in supporting you to start to overcome this low self-worth. To overcome that, you have to learn the confidence of getting back up. And I want to end, as we do, on a question. And our power question of today is, what could you trust yourself to try? What could you trust yourself to try? And I'd love to hear your reflections on that in the comments, in the DMs. Hit me up at Soul Happy Success. I'm on Instagram, Facebook. Hit me up there. And just know that in the meantime, I'll be over here believing in you.